Yo, peace. We are live again. Dynasty Mirror Search for Huru. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining. Can you guys hear me? Press one in the chat room if you can hear me. Don't hate. That girl's cute. That's a DJ out of South Africa. DJ X. Hold on. What's her name? Guys, let me get her name. I'll put it in the chat room. Give me a second. Let me get her name. I'll put it in the chat room right now. Hold on one second. Hold on one second. DJ Taryn Reed is her name. Hold on. I'm gonna put it in the chat room. Taryn Reed. Here we go. Taryn Reed. That's her name, y'all, in the chat room. Bam. So check that sister out. Go subscribe to her page. She's from South Africa. Beautiful girl. Beautiful. Beautiful woman. Don't hate talking about Shay and all that. Please don't hate. I like her. All right. I like her. The new South African craze, Aman Piana. Okay. Looks like we're going to be taking a trip to South Africa, y'all. Looks like we're going to be taking a trip to South Africa. Guys, make sure you hit that like button. Again, please hit the like button. Also, share, subscribe. Go to dynastyspirit.com. Tour Sierra Leone. We are rolling to Sierra Leone in April. So if you'll like to roll to April with us, if you'd like to roll to Sierra Leone with us in April, please forgive me again. If you'd like to roll to Sierra Leone with us in April, hit me up. Go to dynastyspirit.com. Also, we are rebranding. Please, I hope the site is done this week. I need the site to be done this week. You know, it's been a long time. It's been taking over a month. I'm very picky. And usually I do my own websites, but the what's the word I want to use? The layout that I wanted to do, I needed somebody else. I needed professional help. So I had to hire somebody, and just the constant changes that needed to be made. We are running behind. So guys, please forgive me. The template. I'm sorry, template. That's what I'm going to say. The template. Jaja my. No, Jaja. Don't. No, we're not going to start that today. I said the sister's beautiful. Okay. I said she's beautiful. Jaja, we're not going to start the gender warring today. I said the sister's beautiful. If she wasn't, I would not have put her on the screen. Okay. She would not be on the screen. I think she's gorgeous. Okay. She's beautiful. Template. That's what I said. That's what I meant to say. Template. So the template I wanted, or the layout that I wanted, there wasn't a template for it. So I had to get somebody to make it. Because I'm very picky, guys. I can be very, 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 very picky, depending on what it is. So I just wanted a certain layout, certain look. It's very clean and simple, but there's certain little things that I wanted that I couldn't find in like a already made template like on GoDaddy and Squarespace and Wix. So I had somebody who had to design. Yeah, so I had to find somebody who had to design a website, and it's just taking time because they have other people in queue, and a lot of it is on me. So like little certain things I want corrected that I just can't do on my own because I don't know how to use WordPress or Dreamweaver or Illustrated Adobe, as the brother says here in the chat room. So there we go. So like, share, subscribe, go to dynastyspirit.com. Also, again, tour Sierra Leone April, Nigeria in August. If you're interested in rolling, let me know. And more than likely, we're going to do Benin in January for the Voodoo Festival. And I'm going to try and squeeze in Senegal sometime as well for those who are interested in rolling to Senegal. Not sure if I will be attending that tour in Senegal, but I have people on the ground, my brother Hamadou. So you are in great hands. I cannot be everywhere. I can't be everywhere at the same time. So that is probably why I will not be on the trip in Senegal. And basically, and what I'm wanting to accomplish is, operating a tour company where I don't have to be there, every time. I have staff on the ground in each country, tour guides in each country, where you guys will be well taken care of. So that's the plan. That's what we are. That is what we are doing, and I am looking forward to seeing you guys in Africa, but not just in Africa, traveling to Africa with yours truly. Um, More than likely, I will be personally doing 4 tours a year personally. But as far as the business is going to be running 365, 24/7 on the continent. So that's what the new company, the rebrand, that's what we're doing. So, you know, and the countries right now, Senegal, Ghana, Benin, Nigeria, Sierra Leone, Zanzibar, and then Namibia and South Africa are coming down. Another coup in Guinea-Bissau. Another one? No, no, no. Guinea-Bissau or Guinea-Conakry? Because the original coup was in Guinea-Conakry. So you're saying there's a coup in Guinea-Bissau? Man. Yeah, man, people are just tired, and we're going to get into this. People are just tired of these puppet leaders. Oh, shoot. West African bloc ECOWAS says coup attempt underway in Guinea-Bissau. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Heavy gunfire hurt. Yeah, but I mean, guys, you got to understand these sellout, African leaders, man, some of them just got to go. Again, these these sellout African leaders, some of them got to go. So I'm not surprised. But yeah, there is a coup underway in Guinea-Bissau as we speak. So let's go ahead and pull that up right now. Hey, Maurice, thank you for correcting me. If Junta is not the correct term, I'm sorry, but keep me if that's not the correct term, then I apologize. If juntas is not the correct term to use in regards to what's going on in regards to what's going on in Mali as far as the leadership. So heavy gunfire in Guinea-Bissau signals coup attempt. It's going to be interesting. Guinea-Bissau prolonged heavy gunfire around a government palace in Guinea-Bissau's capital has signaled a coup attempt in the West African country with a long history of military takeovers. Now, Guinea-Bissau that's not a French-speaking country. It's Portuguese, correct? The state broadcaster has reported that the shooting has damaged the government building and the invaders are holding officials. Oh boy, that sounds like a coup to me. President Umaro Sissoko Embalo, a former army general, was believed to be inside the building at the time of the attack. The 15-nation West African regional bloc known as ECOWAS already grappling with 3 other coups in member states over the last 18 months. Called Tuesday's violence a coup attempt and said it is following the situation in Bissau with great concern. ECOWAS condemns this coup attempt and holds the military responsible for the bodily integrity of President Umaro Sissoko Embalo and the members of his government. The statement said in a tweet. In Portugal, there we go. It is a Portuguese. Was once a Portuguese country. Was once under Portuguese Portuguese colony. The former colonial ruler of the country, the foreign ministry said in a tweet, we strongly condemn. Who cares what Portugal thinks? We strongly condemn the attack on the government palace in Bissau and appeal for the immediate end of this violent action against the president and government of Guinea-Bissau. Only reason why they're saying that because their interests are at risk. Constitutional order must be respected by all. Portuguese Foreign Minister Augusto Santos Silva condemned what he said was armed activity in Bissau. There is armed activity in Bissau directed at the legitimate authorities of Guinea-Bissau, its president and government. Santos Silva told Portugal's Lucis news agency. Mbala was declared the winner of the December 2019 runoff vote, though the results were contested by his opponent, Domingos Simões Pereira. Mbala then started forming a new government. Now that's a Portuguese ass name. Forming a new government with support from the military while a Supreme Court election challenge was still pending. Since gaining independence from Portugal in 1974, Guinea-Bissau has experienced 4 coup d'etats and more than a dozen attempted coups. The small nation of around 1.5 million people has long been beset by corruption and drug trafficking. Oh, wow. In the 2000s, it became known as a transit point of cocaine between Latin America and Europe as traffickers profited from corruption and weak law enforcement. And I guarantee you, Portugal is probably involved. West Africa has seen a spate of coups since August 2020, with military juntas grabbing power in Mali, Guinea, and Burkina Faso. Despite international pressure for a return to constitutional rule, none of the military rulers have yet to organize new elections. So we'll keep you guys updated on that. Yeah, we will keep you guys updated on that. So it seems like there's another coup attempt in Guinea-Bissau. We'll see how that plays out. Hopefully nobody's hurt, but hey, the way these some of these leaders in Africa coon and sell out, I don't. The junta, it's not junta, it's junta. Okay. The way they sell out, I'm not surprised at what's going on. Guys, hit that like button, okay? Please, as you come to the chat room, please hit the like button as you come into the chat room. Please hit that like button. But let's get back on topic, and that's Mali. That is Mali. That is Mali. Yeah, I've been in Mali 3 times. I haven't been back in a minute, but I want to go back. I definitely want to go back. I need to do some more exploring in Mali. Definitely need to do some more exploring in how's it look if I do it like this? No, that don't work. Okay. Yeah, definitely want to do some more. Are you ever going to make it back to Dogon country? Right now, at this current time, it's not safe in Dogon country, per my my good people out there. The Fulani are just tearing everything up right now in Dogon country. So when am I going to Gabon? When you invite me. When you invite me, Nomad Mind. If you're Gabonese and you're in Gabon, I would love to come. But I'm gonna go to Gabon soon. I've been meaning to go. So Gabon is definitely on the list. For me, so the first time I went to the first times I went to Mali was before I had my ECOWAS passport. So to get your visa from Mali, you had to mail your passport to the embassy in Washington D.C., send banking statements, fill out an application. I think it was like $100 for a 2-year visa, multiple entry. And yeah, I think that was it. I wonder if I still have my old passport with my Malian visa, my Malian visa in it. But yeah, that was it. Pretty simple, straight to the point. Well, it's a little inconvenient, especially when you see. I don't understand why these countries just don't do visa on arrival. Just offer visa on arrival. Take care of everything at the airport. I mean, that would make more sense, but hey, what do I know? Just offer visa on arrival. Senegal does it. Well, Senegal, if you have a U.S. passport, you don't need a visa. Well, you got to get a visa, but it's free and it's pretty simple. Sierra Leone offers it. Togo offers it. Benin's visa is an e-visa, so you can do it online, which is pretty simple. What other countries in West Africa offer visa on arrival? Gambia offers visa on arrival. Other countries, you gotta either you gotta mail in your passport to the country's embassy, wait a couple weeks, get your passport back, and then countries like Mali and Nigeria, they were asking for banking statements and all this and everything else. I don't have to worry about that anymore. But at first, they wanted banking statements. So that's how it works in Mali. Mail your passport off to the embassy, send your banking statements, your application, your U.S. passport. Make sure you have some free passport pages, and then they send it back, and you're good to go. Multiple entry for a couple of years. So yeah. So French ambassador expelled from Mali. Mali's military leaders are expelling the French ambassador over what they called outrageous comments made by the French foreign minister about the transitional government. I don't blame them. See, these foreign governments, they come to Africa, especially the country that once had colonial rule over these countries. They just talk crazy and reckless. Yeah, kick them out. France said it was recalling Joel Meyer, who was given 72 hours to leave. Foreign Minister Jean-Yves I'm working on my French. Le Drian, I think I said it right, last week said the Mali junta was illegitimate and out of control. Yeah, kick him out. It's none of his business anyway. It's none of his business. So throw him out. Western powers are also concerned about Russia's growing involvement in the former French colony. Of course they are. Moscow reportedly sent military advisors in recent weeks to bolster local security forces in their fight with jihadist insurgents. Because the French definitely aren't doing their job when it comes to that. Unconfirmed reports say hundreds of Russian mercenaries are also operating in the country. France, which intervened in 2013 to support the government against the jihadists. Guys, when I went to Mali for the first time in 2013, French boots were on the ground. I remember we were driving from Bamako to Segout, and or either going from Segout to Sevare or close to Mopti, and the French had their tanks. I mean, they were definitely on the ground and had a strong presence there. France, which intervened in 2013 to support the government against the jihadists, plans to reduce its own troop deployment. In another interview, Mr. Le Drian accused Russian mercenaries of helping themselves to the country's resources in exchange for protecting the junta. Ain't that what the French have been doing since forever? Relations between France and Mali, a landlocked country in West Africa, which is one of the world's poorest nations, have deteriorated since the army seized power in August 2020. Kick the French out. Tensions increased further this month when the junta reversed an agreement to arrange elections in February and vowed to hold power until 2025. French Defense Minister Florence Parly accused Mali's rulers of stepping up provocations against this country. Mr. Meyer was summoned and notified of a decision by the government inviting him to leave the national territory within 72 hours following hostile and outrageous comments by the French Foreign Affairs Minister recently. The Malian government said in a statement read out of national television. The French Foreign Ministry confirmed it was recalling the ambassador soon after. France stepped in 2013 after Islamist militants overran parts of the north with the help of France, and the Islamist militants also had the help of France as well. Nobody tells you that part. Mali's army was recaptured. Mali's army has recaptured the territory, but militants are raging increasingly bloody insurgency across the Sahel region. France also has troops in Niger and Burkina Faso, which are also fighting jihadist insurgencies. I'll say this: kick the French out, bring in the Russians. Kick the French out, bring in the Russians. Guys, what we'll do, we'll open up the lines. If you'd like to call in, by all means, click on the link please click on the link, and you are more than welcome to call in and add to the conversation. Again, we'll open up the lines. If you'd like to call in, you are more than welcome to call in and add to the conversation. Please click the like button. Again, click the like button. Also, click the link if you'd like to call in and add to the conversation. But yeah, kick the French out. Bring the Russians in. If you get a better deal, why not? Why not? But yeah, just the arrogance of these leaders. I mean, not leaders. These foreign countries who come and set up their embassies in certain African countries, and just their arrogance. Kick them out. Throw them out. I completely agree. Throw them out. But until we get some callers in, we're going to take a commercial break. Again, we're going to take a quick commercial break, you guys. Quick break. 1 minute break. Wilfred, go ahead, brother.
Oh, hi. First, thanks for having me here. I actually happened to have called a few months ago when you made a show about the necessity for English-speaking people to learn French because of the possibility to invest in French-speaking Africa. Well, actually, I'm not going to be long. I'm going to talk about Mali, if I may, because in the English-speaking internet, basically, I'm a French citizen. I'm in Germany. I'm a medical student at the moment. Yeah, live in Heidelberg. Whatever. I'm of Cameroonian descent, just so that people know. Yeah. The thing is that there are many informations that basically run on the English-speaking internet that are not correct. For instance, many people thought because of a false statement from the Malian transition government that the French government, the French army, was kicked out of Mali, and it was absolutely wrong. It was even written on that statement that the French language was abolished in Mali, and that Bambara, that it was one of the languages in Mali, was now the official language. And it was not the truth. What is true, however, is the fact that, as you stated earlier, the French ambassador was kicked out yesterday because of all the statements that were made by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in France, Jean-Yves Le Drian. Basically, the guy said that the Malian government was illegitimate and was basically doing unreflective things, so to speak.
All right.
So
where do you think where do you think like Mali, Guinea, these two countries who recently had coups? You also have Burkina Faso, but specifically Mali and Guinea, and now Guinea Conakry, but now Guinea-Bissau. Like, how do you think this is going to play out, like in the next year or two?
Dynast, brother. It was, I think, 1 or 2 years ago. I used to call in a Brendan show, Pan-Africanism Strikes Back. The topic was, if I remember well, is Pan-Africanism doomed, and does it have a future, something like this? What I basically told at that time to the audience was that French-speaking Africa was about to basically to make a revolution, because on the ground people are literally exhausted of the whole situation, especially from with the French hold of the countries. For instance, as you stated before, when you look at what the population says about ECOWAS, right?
Right.
The overwhelming majority of people now understand that ECOWAS is simply a tool in the end of foreign powers, right? And what is going to be going on, according to me, and not only to me, but to all the observers like me, is that honestly, I don't think that it is a joke basically on the internet, but people say that in the end of this year, ECOWAS will only have one member because coups are.
Listen. So the echo, the dollar, that's not going to happen now. So back in earlier 2000, in fact 2020, they were supposed to launch the echo, where
Yeah.
every echo country just had a single currency. That's off the table now.
Do you know why? Do you know what happened?
Because of the French-speaking countries.
Absolutely. Now, but the thing is that the guy in Côte d'Ivoire, Alassane Ouattara, the president, who's basically a French puppy, this
Right.
guy, he
Him,
went into
and
Macron.
the president Macky Sall.
Yeah, basically, Ouattara went to France. He told Macron about all of this project, because it happened actually a few days after Nigeria said, "Okay, we're going in." The problem is that it's quite simple. If Nigeria came in this project, French was automatically kicked out. It would have meant that the CFA franc, or whatever the name would be, ECO, would basically be under the power of Nigerians. It was unthinkable for France. That's the reason why this good Alassane Ouattara went to France, told that to Macron, and Macron, few days later, without any form of shame, the guy announced that the franc CFA was gone, and that now there was going to be a new currency that would be named ECO. The guy has no shame. I'm a French citizen. I say it. I don't give a shit. This dude, and that's what happened. This is why actually this project is not gonna happen. And basically, this so-called ECO, it was said by the French government that it was supposed to be it's supposed to come in 2027. But the way thing looks like in Africa and West Africa, what I'm saying that this joke is internet is probably going to be true, is that you look at the situation. Mali made a coup, Burkina Faso made a coup, Guinea-Conakry made a coup. In Guinea-Bissau, we don't know what's going on, because there's a country where actually all the presidents since I don't know how many years, none of them basically ended their presidency. They all were ejected by coups, so I don't know what's going on over there. But with the tendency that are going on in West Africa right now, I'm not a geopolitician or whatever. That's, mark my word, there is not going to be as much people state in the ECOWAS as there are now, because it's only a question of time. And I'm saying this because I'm basically watching not only English speaking but also German speaking and French speaking medias. Even there, they're saying it is going to spread out in the whole region, whether it's through military coups or democratically. For instance, in Senegal, where you like to go, recently, it was a week ago.
I love Senegal. I love Senegal. I love Senegal, man.
Yeah,
like that country's developing like crazy.
The thing is, Macky Sall is a sellout. But what happened next week?
That's the thing. Like, is developing, but Macky Sall, man, is.
But there's a good news, however, because last week there used to be elections for the mayors of Senegal's big towns, and guess what? The opposition parties won most of the towns, and Dakar included. And basically, in Senegal, it is a sign that announce what's going to happen in the presidential election in 2024. And the candidate named Ousmane Sonko, who is basically the favorite. His party is against the French president in Africa and against the CFA franc. If that guy come to the power, it's over. And that's the reason why I was saying earlier that whether it's through coups or through democratical processes, these guys are going to come out. And really, I don't know if people can look at Brendan's channel. I predicted this 1 or 2 years ago. I can't remember. I'm old, but it's only a beginning, and I'm only waiting for seeing which country is going to fall next.
But which country? If you have a crystal ball, which country you think is going to fall next?
It is difficult to say because uh, it is difficult to say. Senegal, I think Senegalese are way too calm.
I don't.
I mean,
I don't see. I don't
I
see.
think Senegal is
I
gonna.
don't see Senegal. No.
If I should guess a country where it would happen, it would be either Niger,
No,
because
Nigeria. Like that whole Sahel region is not stable. So
Niger or
Mhm.
Togo or Benin.
You think Benin?
Who would have thought few months ago that Burkina Faso would basically rise up?
I'm not surprised about Burkina Faso, and the reason why is like these countries in the Sahel with the extreme Islamic extremists, jihadists, like that whole area is just unstable because of these these fundamental Islamists. So I wasn't surprised about that. But now Togo's already had his issues, and no telling Togo. Yeah, Togo. I was just in Togo. What's crazy about Togo? Togo is so just quiet and just peaceful and small, and that's what I'm surprised about Togo. But Benin, I was just
The
in
thing
Benin too.
the thing is, I'm going to use demographics. In Africa, basically sub-Saharan Africa, according to the data from I think it was the World Health Organization, whatever, 70% of the population is under 30. The problem of young people is the fact that they live long. And this guy, because you met him, what we're seeing now, right, by young people in Africa, they're radical against any foreign power holding a grab on their countries, right? And this mentality that you see in Burkina Faso and in Mali, it only exploded there because, man, the consequences of the corruption in their states had led to the situation where we are now. And the thing is that the same mentality is, however, present everywhere in West Africa, whether in Cote d'Ivoire, in Benin, in Togo. I know these people are very calm by nature, but it's also there. Thanks to Kemi Seba that you met. I know the meeting didn't ended up that great, but this guy made the work. What you're seeing here now, the situation is thanks to him. That's the reason why I think it's only covered up. And you should not forget that last year, young people in Senegal rose up
Right.
and destroyed half
Right.
of the French mart
Businesses.
Auchan.
Right.
Auchan is like a Walmart in France.
Right.
You
Mhm.
shouldn't forget about it. It is there, and the only reason why it is basically covered is because there's the hope that this guy Ousmane Sanko is going to come. And the thing
Okay,
also that
so this Usman guy you're speaking of, he's in the same party as Macky Sall, like they're
Ousmane Sanko is he's an opposition party. He's in
okay, he's opposition of Macky Sall.
yeah, oh no.
Okay, so you're saying the opposition party is more they're not as progressive as because what I see in Senegal is great. So you're saying the opposition party is not as progressive if you consider Macky Sall progressive as Macky Sall, that's what you're saying.
Is basically diametrically opposed to Macky Sall, because Macky Sall is basically a sellout, as everybody know. I mean, it's not a secret. He works for
Okay. So you're saying the riots took place because they support the opposition.
the ideas of the opposition, right?
Okay.
And that's the reason why I think Senegalese are here, maybe are going to correct me, but the reason why Senegal isn't basically in a revolution is that first there's the political culture of democracy there. People, are not going to make like Mali. They're not in the same situation when it comes to security. And as I said, there's this guy Ousmane Sanko with his party and his allies. They won last week the election to the mayorship. I don't know if that's the right English term in Senegal's biggest cities. And Dakar was basically taken away from the party of Macky Sall. This is primordial to know. That's the reason why Senegalese, I think they're waiting for the next election that's going to take place in 2024, before they may be a revolution if Macky Sall tries to do the same like Alassane Ouattara did in Côte d'Ivoire. It means to violate the constitution, to modify it so that he can
right.
a
So he
third,
can run. He can run again, and
third
yeah,
time.
yeah.
And
Now,
this guy, Alassane Ouattara, as you know, is now lecturing Mali about democracy and so on.
all right. Let me ask you this: why do all these? So the leader that what's his name that took out Thomas Sankara. What was his name?
Sankara? Thomas?
No. Blaise, the leader that took out Thomas
Blaise
Sankara.
Compaoré.
Blaise Compaoré. Why do all these sellouts run to Côte d'Ivoire?
Côte d'Ivoire, you have to understand, Côte d'Ivoire is literally the headquarters of French operations in West Africa. There's even in French, people in the political world have a sentence to describe Côte d'Ivoire. They say, un criquet ne peut pas. What was the expression? Well, basically, was say that a certain type of insect couldn't make noise in Abidjan without being heard in Paris, because that's what I'm telling you, right? This is exactly what Côte d'Ivoire is. In Côte d'Ivoire, you have to understand French. You were in Côte d'Ivoire, right?
Oh yeah, I was just there in October.
Brother, the economy is totally controlled by French. Côte d'Ivoire is literally the archetype, the quintessence of so-called French Africa, right? To the point where, just an anecdote, the niece of Marine Le Pen, right, the far-right extremist in France, there used to be a period, I think it was 2018 or so on, she said, oh, I'm going to take a break from political life, right? Guess where she went to work 1 year long? To Côte d'Ivoire. Just to tell you.
Wow.
That's what Côte d'Ivoire is. And French basically have lots of military bases in Côte d'Ivoire. And that's the reason why, for instance, when the people kicked out Blaise Compaoré from Côte d'Ivoire, what did they do? French used to send a commando to save Compaoré and to bring him to Côte d'Ivoire in a safe place. And now you wonder why France is so hated in the continent. Unfortunately, and brothers, I'm telling you, I was born and raised in France. My whole friends are friends. My family is still in France. But when it comes to politics, to Africa, forget about it. I'm 100% with all the people who are in the chat and with you. And I mean, and what's going on right now, and I didn't think I would be alive beholding this. I think it's literally the end of the French influence of Africa, because we are now to the point where no matter what they do or say, for instance, there was a woman who said directly to the French government, is to tell you how bold she is. She said, if French people to touch a hair in the head of anyone in the Malian government, what happened in Senegal last year will only be a small part of what could happen to French interest all over the West African region. And the French government knows that, because let's be clear, if French would be willing to invade Mali or Burkina Faso, it would be already done, like they did in 2012 to oust Laurent Gbagbo, right? But they didn't act because they know that if they do anything, the public opinions in Africa now totally swifted. They're awoken. If they do anything, it's over. Well, that's what I think.
Guys, hit that like button again. Please hit the like button. Also, link is in the chat room. Link is in the chat room, guys. Click on that link if you'd like to call in. You're gonna click on the link. Like, I got to get to France, man. I have to. You know what? I need to take a visit to the UK, and I need to get to Paris. And I've been to Amsterdam, but I need to spend more time in Amsterdam. I need to spend this summer, or something. I gotta come to those countries just to come check it out, because there's a lot of I get a lot of support from the diaspora, those diasporas in those countries, man. I just haven't been. So I need to hit the UK. When does it start to get nice in Paris? Like around May? I'm guessing May, June.
Yeah, basically when it's sunny, even when it's not. Actually, it's a very extremely comfortable place to live, I must say. My older brother lives there. I was there for the last time in October. Yeah, last October. Well, I must say that when you of African descent, Paris is a really good place to be, especially because there's a lot of African influence. And for instance, I never saw it anywhere in Europe, to the point where now uh, African restaurants in Paris have become democratized, normal. When you're there, if you want to eat, I don't know, a mafe, a chep, you go on your app and you have plenty of African restaurants and you can eat over there.
I gotta go, man. I gotta go to Paris. In fact, I kind of want to go to Paris before I go to the UK. I gotta go.
Hey, if you want, I can give you the phone number of my older brother. He lives there. Maybe you can.
Is he's in Paris?
Actually, he's in a town, but I want to say Paris. Paris. I mean Paris. Not in Paris. But basically, where he lives, you take the tramway and you're in Paris in 10 minutes. So basically, yeah, because around Paris there are lots of towns, very populated towns that are not in Paris, but from where you can go to Paris literally in 5 or 10 minutes.
Okay, let me ask you this: where's like the little Africa of Paris? Like, where's
Yeah.
like the little strip where? That's
As far
right.
as I know, I'm not from Paris. People are going to correct me in the chat. There are two big places in Paris where if you want to be like in Africa, right? Personally, I go to the one named Chateau Rouge, in the Red Castle, Chateau Rouge, and that's where you can basically find practically any West African products you can dream about. That's where I basically always go to buy some stuff I can find here in Germany when I'm in France. And the second one named Chateau d'Eau, and basically over there that's a place, but it's all both are in Paris, in the center of Paris, right? Historical Paris, and Chateau d'Eau. That's why you basically have lots of hairstylists, and that's a cliche. But when you come out of the metro, literally the guy look at your head. And the last time I was there, they saw that I didn't trim my beard. I looked like a homeless dude, and they all fought to get me in there. In
No.
there, that's really how it is. So Chateau Rouge and Chateau d'Eau.
Okay. Yeah, man. I gotta check Paris out, man. So I'll probably go to Paris before I go to the UK. I gotta check out. I still gotta go to the UK, but we're gonna go, man. Hey, guys, if you want to call in, links in the chat room. If you want to call in, links in the chat room. Okay, we got Black Lion. Black Lion, you gotta connect your device, brother. Devices. Okay, he dropped off. So the French power and presence in West Africa is dwindling. That's what you're saying, Wilfred.
Sorry, I didn't hear what you said.
So French influence in West Africa is dwindling. That's what you're saying.
Is the what? Wait
French influence in West Africa is going away.
Well, it looks like at least in Mali, it is going away. But what history taught basically African people from French African country is the fact that, and I'm sorry, even though I'm French, I have to say this. When it comes to politics toward Africa, French is the most probably, as well, it is a particularly perfid country, right? And I don't know what plan France has to still stay, because what you won't hear in the medias, in the normal medias, is for instance, you read what the situation in Mali, and the French Minister of Foreign Affairs dared saying that Russians are in Mali to help themselves taking the resources, as if French is not over there to take resources. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So basically, France is a nuclear power, and in order to make nuclear energy, you need uranium. Well, conveniently, the region is full of uranium, especially Niger. So
Right.
when the terrorists are there, basically they're endangering the whole French interest, because in French medias they're always talking about French interest without any without saying what these French interests really are, precisely are. You know what I mean? And that's the
Right.
reason why people think that they hold on the regions because of this. Oh, and by the way, in many medias, they don't tell you why the reason why the terrorists attacked Mali. Fact is that you all remember that France attacked Libya in 2012, right?
Mm-hmm.
When French attacked Libya, it was actually illegal. They attacked Libya and defeated Gaddafi. What they did is that they used to give weapons to a lot of groups, right? With the premise that they would fight Gaddafi. The problem is that when Gaddafi was dead, either these groups were terrorist groups themselves, or they basically used to sell the weapons to terrorist
Now,
groups. And
yeah,
then,
all over the Sahel, all over the Sahel.
absolutely, they went southwards and destabilized the whole region. So when
Right.
France basically went to Mali to save Mali, it was to basically extinct the fire that France used to set.
Right.
It has
Oh,
to be
let's
said.
get let's get brother Colson Nicholas. Go ahead, Colson. You gotta mute yourself. You gotta mute yourself, Colson. Okay, let that brother get it together. Oh yeah, I don't know what's going on. All right, go ahead, Wilfred. Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Oh, sorry. Basically, I think I said what I had to say. Except if you have questions, I don't know.
No, let's see. We got some questions in the Sinu T says the question is what do West Africans so shout out to Bo, I mean to
Mhm.
Ra. The
Feeling-
Bambara language has been declared the official language of Mali, like in the days of the old empire. I hope the French language will leave the continent and Africans will use their own languages. So
Yeah.
I read that. I think Bambara now is the official
No,
language.
that's what I said. Basically, there was a statement that was a false statement, and in this
Mhm.
statement, it was written that French would be kicked out of Mali totally, and that Bambara was made officially made the official language of Mali. This document is false, and even the Malian state said that they would basically go after anyone who spread it. So well,
Mhm. And let's see here. We got another question up here. Sanu T. The question is, what do West African want to do about France? Are they going to sit by and wait for France to dictate their next move? France is not your friends, Africans.
I think it's quite obvious, but
Huh?
I mean, I think it's quite obvious. That's the reason why people are revolting now.
Right.
Because basically, what's happening right now is that people from my generation, I'm 31, I'm gonna be about 32, thinking if they don't act now, well, you can forget about it. In the next 50 years, the situation is gonna stay the same. The sellouts in the power are still gonna completely destroy the countries, and it's going to be worse and worse. But it's now to a point where people have to react and they have nothing to lose. That's the reason why you see people like in Mali. You have to imagine this guy went to take down the president with no weapon. I mean,
Yeah.
in Burkina Faso, that's the same. The guys have no weapon and so on, but they're like, we don't give a shit now. I mean, it's too much. Either we do something or we're gonna die in the same situation, and they have nothing to lose. So, and that's the reason why I was saying, even if in Benin, Togo, and Cote d'Ivoire and so on, people look like they're calm. I don't think so. I don't think so.
And then another question: is it possible that Guinea, Mali, and Burkina Faso could join and become one country? Like that would be. I mean, Mali's like what the largest country land size in Africa. Mali or
I,
Nigeria? Mali's a big country.
Mali is basically, I think, three or four times as big as France. So
Yeah,
in the
Mali's a
maps that
big
you see,
country. Yeah.
you can't imagine how big Mali is actually. But the thing is about the regional alliances. Uh, for the moment, as far as I know, and when I look at the situation, you can still know what are the intention of the different countries because they playing different strategies. Mali is going frontal and kicking the balls of anyone attacking it. But Burkina Faso seem to have learned from what happened to Mali and then tried to play the low key card, right? But we still don't know what they're gonna do. And in Guinea, Guinea said when Mali was basically struck with an embargo that they would keep their borders open to Mali. That's the reason why Mali hasn't fallen yet, very probably. Same thing, Algeria, who is in northern of Mali, basically is backing Mali up as we speak. And some analysts in some African channels, like Afrique Media, that's a French-speaking channel. Anyway, they are basically assuming that in the situation where Mali is, Mali doesn't have access to his money, to its money in the ECOWAS bank. In the ECOWAS bank, all the borders are closed. Only that the first necessity goods are allowed to come in. They're basically trying to make Mali die, if I may. And one of the only solutions against it would be to Mali to basically quit the CFA franc and create its own currency.
They did not too long ago, didn't they? Like back in the early 2000s, maybe. Didn't they have their own currency? Did they went back to the CFA or no?
It was in the, if I remember well, it was in the 1960. But as usual, there was a dude named Sekou Touré. I think it was him.
Sekou Touré.
Yeah. But he was killed by the French. So then, when he was killed, the sellout government to replace him went back to the CFA franc.
Wow!
Yeah.
Wow!
Yeah.
Oh, this is a good question. Do Africans? Where's your family from originally?
Cameroon.
Cameroon. Okay.
Not even West Africa. But basically, I'm interested in West Africa because of people like you. So thank you again.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
No, really, I'm not even kidding. Because before I discovered channels like yours, man, I was always thinking about Africa and was thinking, man, there's no solution. You can come back. Everything is dark and gloom. It's over. When I discovered channels like you, and I'm like, hey, actually, I can come back. But I'm not going to come back to Cameroon because Cameroon is like, well, at least in West Africa, they're making a revolution and so on. But Cameroon, forget about it. Yeah, sorry. I mean, there's no hope. Like Nigeria, I mean, people are just they gave up hope. I mean, and basically by discovering channels like you, then I discovered other countries, and I was like, hey, actually, I can come back and make something. That's the reason why basically I'm still in Europe. I'm studying the medicine. I'm still studying just because I want to come back and be useful back in Africa and basically in West Africa. I don't know in which country I'm going to go, but anyway.
Somebody's asking. Ask him about Ambazonia.
Yeah, in Cameroon. Basically, what happened is that, as far as I know, there most of the country is French speaking, and there's a little part in the western part of the country that is English speaking, right? And basically, the division was made at the time where, at the end of the First World War, when Germany lost their African colonies, and a part of Cameroon was French, was given to French, another part to Nigeria. I can't remember what happened, but French stole the English-speaking part, and with the promise that they could keep speaking English or something like this. And like everywhere else in Africa, you have now people, literally the same people, who are divided in French and ethnic group. I mean, divided in the French and the English parts. And the thing is that English-speaking people in Cameroon happen to feel discriminated, where there are many reasons why that they were explaining. And basically, this Ambazonia situation was the fact that some people in the English-speaking parts of Cameroon want to separate from the French-speaking part and take the name Ambazonia. That was, as far as I know, the name of the part of Cameroon that is English-speaking when it belonged to the English in the short period of time, as far as I know. And basically, it's good that we talk about it because I come from the western part of Cameroon. I belong to the Bamileke ethnic group, right?
Right.
grass fillers. I said grass fillers because there are many people who Bamileke is an exonym and it's a modern name. But basically, there are many cultures in Cameroon that are linked to each other, and from a pure ethnological viewpoint, a part of Bamileke people are now English speaking, and also want to get separated from the rest of Cameroon. So you see the ridiculous situation. You have literally there people who for instance, there's a student, a schoolmate I studied medicine with. He was born in the French-speaking western part of Cameroon, but he went to the English-speaking part because we are all basically we all belong to the same ethnic group, but we are separated because of the languages. So.
All right, cool, man. What we'll do, we'll go ahead and close out. No, if we don't have any other callers, again, I'll put the link back in the chat room if you'll like to call in. My computer's freezing up on me. Hold on 1 second, guys. Links in the chat. We'll take one more caller. If not, we'll go ahead and start closing out. Brother Wilfred, anything else you'd like to share in closing?
No, thank you for having me here, and well, keep going. You're making great work. I love your videos about Benin, the Voodoo Festival. I keep watching them the whole.
Okay. Oh man, hold on. Sorry about that. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Anything else you'd like to share in closing, Wilfred?
No, I said thank you for your content, especially those about the Voodoo festivals. I keep watching them because I love the music and Zang Beto and so on, and well, fascinating. Thank you for your work.
No problem. I appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Everyone, thank you so much for joining. Like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, family, Dynasty Mirror, search for Huru. Peace.